Welcome to our guide on how to get good at Glaz, one of the most unique operators in Rainbow Six Siege. Glaz has his own playstyle that needs to be respected by both the player and their enemy. When all the other operators have high-tech drones, bulletproof shields, and an active grenade defense system, Glaz is equipped with a pathetic little flip sight. However, it can be argued that this is better than anything else this game has to offer. The only primary weapon Glaz is able to equip is a sniper rifle. I'd recommend equipping it with a red dot sight, as that seems to be the easiest to use, as well as a silencer, which I'll explain shortly. The secondary is mainly up to personal preference, so pick whatever water pistol you prefer. As for skins, I recommend saving up for the diamond camo, which costs a measly 90,000 credits with a season pass. And having no way to buy it with real world money, this is the proper way to get a sense of pride and accomplishment. The reason I recommend a silencer is that the usual presence of a sniper will entice enemy players to hide, which is subconsciously reinforced with every crack of a distinctive sniper shot. As a Glaz player, you want the enemy team to feel more comfortable than the products of the office chair companies that don't reply to my emails. It is in your best interest to make the enemy team think that you are a weak target that they can exploit for an easy kill, and by running with a silencer, those same players will wish they had checked themselves before they wrecked themselves. At the start of a round, speed is of the essence. Defending teams will often take another 20 seconds after the preparation phase to keep setting up and to deploy the last remaining barricades. Use this time to put yourself in a position to exploit this lagged preparation and pick off the members who are the most vulnerable. However, it is important at the start of a match to watch out for initial spawn peekers who may try to gain an easy advantage. But being the MLG pro that you are, feel free to one-tap them, as Glaz couldn't be more suited to dealing with these cheeky pieces of shit. Positioning is perhaps the most important skill when running Glaz as your operator. It can be the difference between killing an enemy infinitely more experienced than yourself, or getting picked off by a poor fucking idiot who thinks the earth is flat, or that buying the Rainbow Six Starter Edition was a good idea. When at all possible, try to maintain a sizable distance between yourself and enemy players, which is ideally aided by cover. Their inferior guns will barely be able to hit you, while your mighty weapon, blessed by Lord Tachanka himself, will leave them feeling more unreliable than the average Ubisoft server. However, if you do need to close the distance and peek a window, it is recommended that you approach from the top and peek it in a very slow and methodical fashion. As enemy players will glow and your sights are heavily magnified, it is likely that you will only expose a few barely visible pixels to the opposing team, while at the same time the enemy having so much as a fingernail out of cover will be displayed to you in 4K detail. Teammates making noise or engaging the enemy will make it even easier, as your opposition will be rendered more clueless than the NCPs in Assassin's Creed Origins. It should also be noted that the equipped sight is able to see through smoke. Throwing down this bottle of white power will make the enemy team feel more afraid for their futures than the majority of Electronic Arts executives. Enemy players in their infinite wisdom are more than likely to peek the smoked area, which presents a perfect opportunity for you to deliver them a high caliber round with free express shipping. It should be noted that players should aim for the head when at all possible, as this will always be the quickest way to take down enemy players. However, when the opportunity presents itself to get any amount of damage onto those cheeky shits, it is often better to clip them in the leg and hope that the rest of your team can match your superior damage output and finish the job. It should be stated that the holy grail of situations that Glaz players can find themselves in is when they are covering an already planted diffuser. If you manage to put yourself in a good position with a favorable sightline, then the enemy's chances of winning will be slimmer than the battle-born profit margin. Not only can Glaz players use smoke to hide themselves or a teammate when they plant, but they can also use it to cover the diffuser when the timer is counting down. In many cases, the enemy team will be forced to use extreme and risky strategies to find and take you down. However, you can rest easy knowing that you'll always be able to see them long before they see you, assuming they're lucky enough to spot you at all. Glaz is also the master at getting through trapdoors and barricades, being able to destroy both in 3 well-placed hits. He is also able to shoot directly through and eventually break castle barricades with enough shots, which in the right circumstances can make him a direct counter to an operator whose only unique offering is an alternative to flimsy wooden boards to barricade windows. This concludes today's guide on how to get good at Glaz. You'll now be an unstoppable force that will be getting more races than a fucking casino. Subscribe for more videos like this one. But until then, have fun and embrace the bullshit.